Hi guys, today I'm going to go ahead and show you how to install a custom ROM with TWRP recovery on any Android device. This guide assumes that you have installed TWRP recovery and you've booted into TWRP recovery. For Samsung device, I did make a tutorial on how to install TWRP recovery. I should have it for all the other Androids pretty soon. For Samsung, go ahead and check out the video here. I'll put all the links in the description. So first thing, before watching this video, you should have installed TWRP recovery and you should be in TWRP recovery. Alright? If not, go ahead and install TWRP recovery and boot into TWRP recovery and continue this video. Also, for installing a ROM, whatever you have to install all the files you need, go ahead and copy it onto your phone or download it onto your phone before beginning this guide. Okay guys, if you're continuing my tutorial for Samsung devices, or if you're continuing my tutorial, you should have just installed TWRP and booted into TWRP recovery. If that's the case, we can go ahead and continue. Next, most likely your phone has been wiped completely. You have to copy over the ROM, so connect it to your computer. And for today, I'm gonna go ahead and install the S9 Plus ported ROM for the Note 8. So I'm gonna go ahead and copy that and copy it into the internal storage. Now, I do recommend using a micro SD card or a USB OTG cable. If you don't have one of these, I do highly recommend it. Let me go ahead and explain while that's copying. You can go ahead and get an OTG adapter that converts your USB type to regular USB port. So you can go ahead and connect your USB flash drive to use it as storage. Now in TWRP recovery, you're going to be able to use USB OTG. If you have older Android devices, you can use this. Now, if you're using Samsung devices, usually they come with an OTG adapter. They don't call it that, but basically if you have something like this, you can use that instead also. But by using an OTG cable, you can go ahead and, put all your ROMs there. I put all my TWRP backups in there. That way it doesn't take up storage in your internal space or micro SD card. And also if you're using a phone like, let's say, all the Pixel devices or OnePlus, and you don't have a micro SD card option anyways, then it might be a great option to install your ROMs backups here. All right, you can go ahead and use that option. I'll go ahead and show you. So the ROM's been copied over. So the first thing you're gonna do is just to wipe and factory reset. Hit the home button. Next, go to install. And here you can go ahead and change storage. Select storage here. And you can go ahead and change it to USB OTG if you want. So if you have USB OTG on here, you can go ahead and select that. All right, if for some reason, if your phone does not read USB OTG like mine is doing here, some of the TWRP recoveries, they don't support, for example, right now this is formatted in exFAT. For some reason, the Note 8 TWRP only, reads NTFS at the moment of this video. That's because TWRP recovery developers forgot to put the exFAT in there. But in most TWRP, I recommend using exFAT format. So reformat your flash drive in exFAT if possible. All right. That's if you're using OTG cable. So you can go ahead and select storage. If you're using micro SD card, you can go ahead and switch it there also. But I've got it in my internal storage. I'm going to go ahead and select the ROM to install. Now the ROM may come with several different files. A lot of AOSP ROMs will be the ROM and the GApps. So you're gonna flash the ROM first, always a ROM first. And the additional files you can go ahead and flash after. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and confirm to flash. A lot of ROMs will not have like a graphical installer. It'll just install. If that's not the case, if you get a graphical aroma installer like this, go ahead and go through the actual installer. So we'll actually go ahead and go through here. All right, gives me option. Now this is the S9 ROM for the S8. It gives you option for Magisk SU, which is nice, which I prefer. Install BusyBox. I don't recommend updating the bootloader for this particular ROM. And you can go ahead and choose your tweaks. Make sure you get Netflix fix, block call message, anything you need. All right, you can go ahead and choose your CSC. All right, this is just for this particular ROM. And install now. A lot of custom ROMs with aroma installer like this will allow you to choose different options for that ROM. But if you don't see that, then it might be a ROM that doesn't have that option. Okay guys, if using aroma installer, go ahead and hit next. Go ahead and exit. Now, if you're installing a AOSP ROM like Lineage OS or whatever, you'll have to flash GApps. So go back home and you're gonna go to install. Go ahead and find your GApps file swipe to install, and then reboot. Or sometimes custom ROMs have multiple files. Make sure you read instructions. Sometimes some ROMs will have a fix. You'll have to actually install the ROM, reboot, sign in, and then reboot and install the fix. And sometimes if you don't do that, you'll end up in a boot loop. So before you install any ROMs, if there is a thread about it on a forum, go check out the forum and look at the instructions real quick. Make sure it's not one of these oddball instructions, all right? Most of the ROMs, you just install the ROM, boot, or install ROM gapps boot. But you should be good to go, reboot, and you should be good to go. All right, reboot system, do not install. All right, that's how you can install ROMs on all of the Android devices that already have TWRP installed. Again, I'll have more videos that shows you all the different things. For example, how to reboot into TWRP recovery for all the various different devices. Okay, once booted, you should be good to go. You see the welcome screen, then your ROM has fully boot. Now, if you're using an AOSP ROM and you get a bunch of errors and you can't sign in, you can actually skip it using the Android skip guide. If you get an errors, you can go ahead and choose upper left, upper right, upper low, upper left, like that. If you do that fast enough, it'll skip your welcome page. Let me see if I can do it. It's near the corners here. Well, I can't figure it out here. Oh, I can't get it working. But go ahead and sign in, and I'm booted, no errors, everything working. Now go ahead and enjoy your new custom ROM. Now at this point, for some reason you end up in a boot loop, you can go ahead and try reinstalling ROM. You can also try doing a factory reset after installing. That's the regular wipe, not wipe data, and try rebooting. All right, one of those should work. And if you're still having problems, I do recommend just going and try another ROM. What I will usually do is actually I'll download 3 or 4 different ROMs, put it on my OTG USB flash drive, and I'll actually go ahead and install one by one. And then after each one that works, I will make a TWRP backup. I'll have a new tutorial on how to make backups with TWRP, the updated way soon. But yeah, if you know what you're doing, you can get a brand new phone, root it, have your apps restored within minutes, and rooting doesn't actually become a painful process. For me, especially since I have all my apps, app data backed up on my, using Titanium Backup app. And whenever you get a new phone, I just root it, load up Titanium Backup app, load up all my apps, 20, 100, 200, and boom, I'm ready to go in like 10 minutes instead of having to start over. So that's another reason to root your phone. Anyway guys, that's how you install a custom ROM using TWRP recovery on any Android device that has TWRP recovery installed. Pretty simple, and you may run into problems. If you do run into problems, always post a question at my forum, forum.hionandroid.com. That's our new Q&A forum where you can go ahead and ask any kind of question on rooting and custom ROMs. I hope to make it a good resource for custom ROMers, flashaholics. So join us there. Right, that's pretty much it. This is part of my Android Root 101 series tutorials on how to root Android stuff. Check out the whole series over here. And if I have made my next video, you can go ahead and check out the next video in series here. And go ahead and click my face if you want to subscribe to this channel. Click that pretty face. You love it, don't ya? I'm just kidding. Have a great day.